Kieran, was that a hard-fought point on the road? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think to say the least. Yeah, it certainly was. It was really hard fought. I think big credit to the group for the spirit, for the fight, for the commitment that we showed, because it was a really tough game. We know where we're at as a group. We know we're growing into the season. We got new players coming into the group, playing with players for the first time. We got lots of players adapting to the level of the Premier League and making a big step up. And we got players coming back from injury, and internationals who are not at the physical peak going into the game. So with all those things, to come away and show the resilience that we did and take a point from the game, I think is really, really important for the group and for the feeling in the dressing room between the players. That's a really good start towards a really good step again towards building a team.
How do you think the 90 minutes played out?
Yeah, first half was more challenging. Brighton showed an excellent level. They were the dominant team in the game. There was a few tactical issues, a few positional things that they did a little bit differently that made it even more of a challenge for us. Their counter pressure was very good, and our level wasn't good enough to escape that. So we ended up defending more of the game than what we wanted to. And we needed Aura to make some big saves and to get in at half time at 0-0, and we done that, and we were able to change some things at half time that made the game not easy, but easier for us. And we were able to deal with their threats better. The subs came on, made a big difference. The three early forward subs especially give us exactly what we needed, and that's going to be a big part of the season again. And we had probably 20 minutes where we were probably the more likely to score. We had a big threat in the counter-attack and some big moments, and we really got a decent level of control in the game. And then at the end, you have to defend your box. You're always going to, if you're trying to hold on for a point away from home, and it needed resilience and bravery to block things and put bodies on the line and subs to come on like Connor and Massimo did and just be ready to suffer for the group. And we had all those ingredients, and the boys fought out the clean sheet really well.
Sounds like one thing that may have impressed you today or pleased you today is the group learning through the match, adapting to the threat of Brighton.
Yeah, we're going to learn a lot every game at the moment. I say that we got, again, new players coming into the team. Quite a lot of them have not played, very many games. Dara, I think, playing his first in the league. Players who haven't played before with each other. Players learning the system and their roles, and of course nearly all the whole group, adapting to the speed and intensity of Premier League games. So that's a lot going on. So in that situation, you're never going to be at your smoothest, and coming here anyway as a newly promoted team is going to be difficult. So the way that we stayed in the game, we tried to find solutions. Nobody dropped their heads really at any point, and we were able to adapt some things, and that helped us grow in the game. That's a good lesson for the players, and it's important to feel that when the game's going against you, as it's going to be at times this season, that if you stick in there, then we have players on the bench who can make a difference. We can find different solutions, and the game can swing our way again. And if you're still in it, then you always got a chance to get points. And I said today, certainly we'll take the one, but actually on another day, the way that we stayed in the game and then the momentum changed, probably midway through the second half, we could have actually, I think we'll probably say it would have been snatched 3 points, but we could have snatched the 3 points.
It's the top division in club football, isn't it? Potentially in the world, certainly in the country, obviously, but do you feel like you're showing different things in the game? You're not always going to enjoy the majority of the ball, you're not always going to get the chances, but as you say there, the character, the bodies on the line, the defensive shape, that kind of thing, you've got to take a bit of everything because it's a relentless division, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to take everything for us, for the journey that we're on. It's going to, we want to be more competitive or dominant in the game in terms of the balance of play than we were today, and I think over the course of time we will be, as we improve and as we adapt. But for a newly promoted team in our position, it's going to take all different ways to pick up points. And Fulham game at home last week, second half we have 65% possession and more shots and carry all the territory and dominance really in the second half, and finding a way to turn that into 3 points important. And then today we didn't have too many spells of those things, but we had a lot of counter-attack opportunities, and actually if we had been a little bit cleaner when we broke the counter pressure a few times, we could score a couple of goals. But it's a different type of performance. So yeah, we know what type of team we want to be. We know the style and the ethos of the team over the last few years, but also in our success, you know, part of the story of success has been the way the team fights, the way the team defends, the commitment that everybody shows, and that's going to be massive this season as well. So yeah, there's a great challenge for all of us to be that adaptable, to show all those different strings to a bow, but that's what we're gonna try and do.
Fantastic effort from the whole group, of course, but great to highlight Arrow's performance, keeping his first clean sheet, the first group clean sheet, but fantastic double save in the first half, and he'll hopefully continue to build that rapport with the defenders and the rest of the team.
Yeah, a great day for him, really, and I think a day that showed the reason why we brought him to the club. Crystal clear, to be honest, because he's a goalkeeper in style and in presence that can win you points. He can win points for a team. He can win games. You know, of course, no one can win a game by themselves, but if a goalkeeper makes big saves, it can turn a loss into a draw into a win, and he's capable of doing that, and he's shown that over his career. So today's a big day for him. He had a massive part to play in getting us the point. He's still a young goalkeeper. He's still improving. He's still integrating into everything that we do and what we want from him. So he's going to improve over time, and I think it's important that we stick behind him and we keep helping him. And days like today will only help his confidence and help us as a group.
And finally, good day from a mental point of view, but also physically, with Wes Burns and George Hurst back out there. Great to see.
Yeah, that was big bonus, and again, two boys who I've earned the trust, to be honest, of myself and the staff and the players, to know that Wes hasn't trained that much, but is ready to go into a game Premier League level and give everything he's got for 50 plus minutes. And then George coming on for 30 plus with not too much training, but come on, done a terrific job, I think, leading the line in a 4-2-3-1, the way it worked between both centre halves. The amount of times that he locked Lewis Dunk down in this corner on his left foot with his pressing angle, his pressing intent, is exactly what the team needed at that time, and he stepped up, and without having too many chances himself, was a massive part of getting the point. So great to have those boys back. The squad's going to be so important, and the impact from the bench can be so important, and we've seen that today.